afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the Langley Event Center. And this is the Campbell Blackboard for the 2020 75th Annual BC Boys High School Basketball Championships. This AAA semifinal game features the Sir Charles Tupper Tigers from Vancouver and the Duchess Park Condors from Prince George. Now let's meet the teams. First, the Sir Charles Tupper Tigers. Guard number 1, DJ LACONSAY. Guard number 2, Noah BASAS. Another guard number 3, Justin TUAZON. Forward number 4, Benny Bradford. Another forward number 5, Derek Lee. Forward number 6, JOHNREY Domingo. At guard number 7, Eric PRADO. Another guard number 8, KIERAN. He's a forward number 10, Luke Tobias. And guard number 11, RHYS MAESTRE. He's a forward number 12, STANLEY. And another forward number 13, BYASSEE. At guard number 14, HUYNH. Center number 17, DUNKERLEY. And finally at guard number 20, MANN. Head coach Jeff Gourley, associate coach Patrick Kumal, assistant coach Daniel Kim, the Sir Charles Tupper Tigers. Now today's lineup for the Duchess Park Condors. He's a guard number 4, Tanner CRUZ. Another guard at number 5, Benjamin Dick. That forward, number 6, Connor Lewis. Another forward at number 7, Logan SCHLICK. Guard number 9, Caleb LYONS. And another guard number 10, Aidan Lewis. Guard number 11, Cole LAING. At forward number 14, Tony ZEJNULAHOVIC. Forward number 15, Aiden Askenchuk. Guard number 21, Ethan Wood. He's a forward number 22, Amir ZEJNULAHOVIC. And finally at guard number 23, Jackson Cook. Head coach Jordan Yu, assistant coaches Lewa Yu, Sam Zhang, Joe Luong, Nathan Yu, Dave Adolph, the Duchess Park Condors. The officials for this semifinal game are Mark Elke, Kern Dillon, and Isabel DeTeon.
Welcome, basketball fans, to the BC Boys AAA Provincial Basketball Championship semifinals here on TFSETV.ca. I'm Max Sussman. With me is Zach Griffin. The matchup first, the number 1 seed Duchess Park Condors against the number 4 seed, the storied program of Sir Charles Tupper, the Tigers, looking to pull off an upset. Led by head coach Jeff Gourley, Condors led by head coach Jordan Yu. Starters for the Condors first: Tanner CRUZ, Caleb Lyons, Connor Lewis, Amir ZEJNULAHOVIC, and Jackson Cook. For the Tigers, it's DJ LACONSAY, Kieran Sheridan, Luke Tobias, RHYS MAESTRE, and the big man, Matt Dunkerley. Ball out of bounds, it'll be Condors basketball. And Zach, this Duchess Park Condors team out of Prince George has just absolutely run roughshod through this tournament.
Yeah, and throughout the entire season coming in, it's been theirs to lose has been the mantra and the rallying cry from almost everyone around the tournament. They've faced some of the best teams in the province, and they've beaten a lot of the best teams in the province, already beating Van College in a game that, well, Van College is playing in the Quad A semifinals in a couple hours' time. So you know this team has seen everything. Jordan Yu has a stacked lineup this year, and they're going to accept nothing but a championship. They came so close last year.
Lost in the semis on a buzzer beater by Siraj Gahir for the eventual champions, North Delta. It's felt, Zach, like a collision course all season between Duchess Park and Vernon.
Well, both of those teams have a bone to pick with North Delta, both losing close ones to Siraj Gahir's shots, and those two teams have run roughshod throughout this tournament. Vernon up next. It's going to be a tough one against for GW Graham.
LACONSAY, no, and the rebounds on the floor here. The other way comes Connor Lewis. Lewis tied up, loose ball. LACONSAY's got it. And for Tupper, Zach, it's the big fella, Matt Dunkerley, that can swing this in their favor.
Oh, for sure. This is a very guard-heavy lineup that Jordan Yu has. It's just basically an entire team of guys who play like him, a bunch of point guard-S-type players, and maybe, yeah, a little undersized bigs. And for Jeff Gourley, not really accustomed to having a dominant big man. Matt Dunkerley listed at 6'7", so he's got the size advantage on anyone on this Duchess Park team. So you can imagine they're going to try and look to get him involved as soon as they can and as often as they can.
The ZEJNULAHOVIC twins, Amir out there right now, Tony, the 6th man on this team, as you see Amir right there. They're going to be undersized. That's going to be the matchup for Dunkerley when he's on the floor for the most part. What we've seen in this tournament with bigs, like the struggle's often to get the ball to them in the post.
Yeah, and if you confront, that seems to be the strategy throughout all the tournaments, prevent them from getting the ball to them. So I'm going to be curious to see how they try, maybe try and get a little bit more pick and roll involved, see what they can do, and we'll see immediately a 2-2-1 zone press from the Condors.
Tupper across the timeline for Dunkerley. Dunkerley, they'll swing it around. 3-ball, Tobias, no. Dunkerley the board, and he's fouled. Luke Tobias also 6'6". So a lot of, like, an unusual amount of size for this Tupper team. It's usually a program known for its guard play, and they've still got good guards in guys like DJ LACONSAY.
Yeah, for so many years it was players like Gora Barchea, a 5'5" guard, and that just kind of was emblematic of just what it was for Charles Tupper. Now with Matt Dunkerley, a veritable inside presence who can bang, who can get down, get every single rebound, who can challenge at the basket.
Jackson Cook hits his first 3 of the game. He's got 5 of their 7, and it's a 7-0 run to start for the Condors.
Yeah, they're the ones playing with the fire right now. They're really going to want to call for time. Just at least, I think a little bit needs to make a couple of adjustments here, trying to break that press. It's really slowing them down, and they're really getting into their offense late.
They want Dunkerley in a pick and roll here. It's MAESTRE pulling up for 3, no, but the rebound corralled by Kieran Sheridan. Inside, Dunkerley hounded, and another foul called. That'll be on Caleb Lewis. Connor Lewis, sorry. And Gourley will take timeout. The Tigers down 7 here early. And it's really been much like we saw with Kelowna in the 4A bracket. It's that 2-2-1 press just making life kind of hard on them.
Yeah, it's really slowing them down. Like we always mention, you don't need to get the steals, and they really haven't. But what on the early part in the game, but what they've done is they've really slowed down Tupper. They're getting into their offensive sets with about 16 seconds, 15 before they finally settle, and they're really looking to, all right, let's run something. And by that point, you're almost at, okay, let's just pick and roll with Dunkerley and whoever has the basketball territory. And you really want to get the offense flowing. You want to get everyone touching the ball movement there, get the Condors moving all over the place to start getting some easy looks. Right now it's a big run, a 7-0 run to start the game, which you had to anticipate. So now you have to just calm down everyone and get a bucket, an easy one, just to kind of get the nerves calmed down a little bit.
And how, Zach, give me a tactical breakdown. How do you break down a 2-2-1 press?
You need to get someone in the middle of it. They're strong against the wings, so you have to put someone where the players are not. It kind of makes sense. So what a lot of teams do is right at center, you have a big or someone with some length who can get the basketball and then turn and make cuts towards the wings. So wherever, and off of a timeout to throw a turnover, that's not the way you beat a press, is throwing a turnover. So you need a lot of motion and not a lot of dribbling.
Here's some dribbling. It's MAESTRE across the timeline. LACONSAY over for Tobias. Dribble handoff. SHERESTAN inside, tough floater, no, and a rebound, ZEJNULAHOVIC. Dribble handoff for Cook. Cook had 19 in the semifinal, in the quarterfinals last night. Ball on the floor, tied ball. 3 in the key, never mind. It'll be 3 in the key called on Connor Lewis. I think I've seen that called all tournament.
That's a good point. I don't think we have. They are giving a little bit more extra emphasis on Dunkerley right in the middle there. Double teaming him before he almost gets the ball. Like they're going to try and take that away and force it more to the outside, which again is where you want the basketball in this press, because that's where you can trap.
Dunkerley hands off, a lot of contact, and finally a shooting foul goes the way of the Tigers. Kieran SHERESTAN will take a shot, take 2 shots here.
And already 2 fouls on ZEJNULAHOVIC.
If I could go buy a Sir Charles Tupper jersey with the East Van patch on the heart, I would absolutely buy
fantastic.
it. Yeah. That's 1 on ZEJNULAHOVIC, as 2 rather, as SHERESTAN drops that short. But they got another ZEJNULAHOVIC on the bench.
Oh yeah, and he's in the game already. So
Tony's in, number 14. Cook. Lions, what a feed to the cutting Tony ZEJNULAHOVIC right off the bench.
And he drew Dunkerley away from the basket, so when they make that backdoor cut and that finds there's nobody to slow him down.
MAESTRE, SHERESTAN, now Tobias back. RHYS, MAESTRE, DJ LACONSAY. Dunkerley triple teamed. Somebody's open is what that means. Tobias corner triple, and Tupper's on the board.
And even though they got a relatively okay look, it was still a real tentative offensive possession. The defense, the swarming attacking defense of the Condors really putting Tupper on their heels right now.
Offensive foul called on Caleb Lyons. Lyons 28 points. .28 points in their win last night in the quarterfinals over, one moment, Pitt Meadows.
Pretty relatively close game up until the end.
It ended up 84-68, but it was close into the 4th quarter. So the Duchess Park team looks like they've been, wrecking shop through this tournament, but they've been pushed a little bit, and no doubt Tupper will push them at some point in this game.
Whereas Tupper has just had to have battles all throughout this tournament so far.
Oh, almost the shooter's bounce there for MAESTRE. And here comes CRUZ the other way, hands off, Cook, 3 ball, yes! Jackson Cook 8 points. Early on here, he's outscoring Tupper by himself.
And we saw the early onset last night and what it did in that Kelowna-Claremont game. Right now they're hot, and that can basically put you out of a game. This hot shooting start, you have to find a way of staying with Duchess Park.
Tobias missed the layup. Cook to Lyons, back up top. ZEJNULAHOVIC driving, kicking, Cook, CRUZ, look at the ball movement for the Condors, and they turn it over. It was beautiful until that last pass.
It was beautiful until it wasn't, Max.
DJ LACONSAY, Dunkerley, Matt Dunkerley, thinking about it. Now he'll go one-on-one. That's probably going to be a flop warning. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Karn Dillon is not shy about issuing flop warnings. He didn't there, though.
No, I think it was legitimate, like contact, and went down. Kind of a slip, I think, is what happened. But yeah, the entire Condors bench pleading their case on that.
Lewis was going down before contact was made, though.
Yes.
No shooting foul, as now it should be, though, because there's 5 shooting fouls. 5 fouls, rather.
They'll correct it.
There we go. Veteran ref squad here. First free throw, Dunkerley short. Every free throw's been short for Tupper so far.
Gotta get more legs. Gotta warm them up. That's what you had, a 20-minute warm up, and you didn't get the legs warmed up.
Winner of this will play the winner of GW Graham and Vernon. Graham is in the stands watching. Behind Tupper's basket. Cook into the corner. Lyons. Baseline. Up and under off the window. No. Dunkerley the board. And here come the Tigers. Zach, stops become so important playing a team that likes to set up a press full court.
If you get the stops, you don't have to deal with the press. It's easy. What's the best way of beating it? Not having to play it.
Dunkerley outlet. Here's Noah BASAS. 3-ball. No. Jackson Cook the long rebound. Other way come the Condors. Cole Lang inside. Really did a good job to absorb that contact and maintain body control.
You don't think Jordan Yu has practiced those kind of body control, contact drills, and layups? Those are probably things they've been doing all season long. And right now, just a lone 3-point field goal. The only points, they need some. There you go.
Luke Tobias has had his way when he's been able to get to the rim, no problem. He's just missed a couple of easy gimmies. Here's Lang. Lang right at Dunkerley. Into the corner, CRUZ. They'll swing it. Lyons contested triple. Oh, the Condors are hot.
You played that about as well as you could defensively. If you're Charles Tupper, you did the great rotations. You had 2 hands right in the face of the shooter and didn't even hit rim.
Yeah, Noah BASAS had the classic hand right in the eyeball as DJ LACONSAY finishes at the other side.
Yeah, right now they just got to find some way of attacking. They have, and when you're trying to make a comeback, leaving points at the free throw line, it's going to come back and bite you.
Steal, BASAS on Lang, up and under, missed it. Rebound on the floor, no, it'll be a foul called. That is going to be on Derek Lee. Sorry, go ahead.
I do like how physical the ZEJNULAHOVICs are being on Dunkerley. Between the two of them, they got 10 fouls. It would be very surprising if one of them was on the floor with the other at any given time. So in the meantime, just make it difficult on Dunkerley. And he goes to the bench. He's going to need a lot of time. And that's going to be an offensive foul.
Another charge called on Caleb Lyons. And he went down hard. That's a rough amount of contact to absorb and still get called for the foul.
Yeah, Jordan Yu's got a point. He kind of got pushed from behind, which kind of pushed him into the charge. Yeah, he's got reason to gripe on that.
That's 2 on Lyons, who's averaging 30 points a game in this tournament. Now, the difference between the Kelowna 2-2-1 press and the Duchess Park 2-2-1 press is Kelowna rolls 2 lines of 5 players. Duchess Park has a much more standard basketball rotation, about 8-9 guys deep. So they don't have as many bodies to throw at you. They don't even care if they're in foul trouble as Kelowna.
They're going to be running about 9 deep regularly, so 1 less than Kelowna does. These are both 2 very daunting teams to play a zone press.
Lee. Gets it to Sherestan. Sherestan, nice hook pass to Tobias. The touch isn't there. The putback, the second putback. Oh, TJ LACONSAY
is doing everything he can to keep his team in it. But yeah, he had to take a couple hard cracks at that one before that one dropped.
ZEJNULAHOVIC, what a cut. Jackson Cook, and the big fella found him.
Yeah, Liam Stanley kind of overcommitted to that pass, and he did the right thing. When you overcommit at any point in the basketball floor, if your guy goes over top, you cut back door.
Tobias spins, fade away. Right out of the Michael Jordan playbook, that shot. Cook with 1:04 to go. Cook driving, lost the handle off his own leg. Pleading his case with the ref.
Just shaking his head. No.
No.
He was trying to contend that was tipped out of his hand.
Still hit his leg, though.
But the hand, Max.
Tupper answering with their own press. Has pulled it back to an 11-point game. Derek Lee, they want to post up Dunkerley. Dunkerley draws a triple.
They got to move it.
Get it over. Sherestan inside, tied up. And a jump ball. Possession arrow is for Tupper. 42.8 to go here in the first. 21-9. 21-9 the lead for Duchess Park, the Condors, the #1 seed. Dunkerley hands it off to Sherestan. Looking to get LACONSAY in the corner. Little pin down screen. 4 on the shot clock. Dunkerley with 2 up and no good. Matt Dunkerley struggling here early. And Tanner CRUZ can pretty much hold for the final shot for Duchess Park. Cook's been hot. Swings it to Aiden Lewis. Lang hands off. CRUZ over Dunkerley. The jumper's no good. The rebound tipped. ZEJNULAHOVIC has it. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Tony ZEJNULAHOVIC.
Got to be a little bit better communicating defensively. There was a miscommunication, and Lead left CRUZ all alone for that pull-up. They weren't sure if they were switching, if they were getting around the screen. Either way, they benefited from it and have a chance to get a good look here.
Lee with 2. The 3 no good. The putback is rejected, and it wouldn't have been good anyway, as that will do it for the first quarter. 21-9. The first seed Duchess Park Condors lead the 4 seed Sir Charles Tupper Tigers at the break. Back with the second in just a moment here on TFSETV.ca. Back. Start of the second quarter here at the Langley Event Center. BC Boys AAA Provincial Basketball semifinal action here on TFSETV.ca. I'm Max Sussman. With me is Zach Griffin. The #1 seed Duchess Park Condors lead 21-9 over the 4 seed Charles Tupper Tigers. And Zach, 8 of 11 from the field was Duchess Park in that quarter.
Yeah.
And very reminiscent of the Kelowna game last night.
And 3 of 3 from deep. Not quite 8 of 10, but still batting a nice percentage. Yeah, you look at the numbers. 73% from the floor to Duchess Park versus 20%, 4 of 20. 7 offensive rebounds for Charles Tupper. And Jeff Gurley, he was preaching to his team during that break. Pretty obvious, you gotta get stops and finish. They had so many good looks at the bucket and just couldn't find a way of getting it in. There was almost a lid on the basket in that first quarter. But yeah, the looks are there, and they're doing a very good job at forcing fouls as well.
Matt Dunkerley struggled to get it going in the first quarter. 0 points, 2 rebounds, and a foul, but he's at the free throw line again, where he is 0 for 2. Amir ZEJNULAHOVIC checks back in for his brother with 2 fouls, right? Yeah, foul trouble early for Duchess Park. 2 for ZEJNULAHOVIC, 2 for Lewis, and 2 for Caleb Lyons. Those are 3 of their 5 starters. Something to keep an eye on as ZEJNULAHOVIC and Lyons remain on the floor. 1 of 2 for Dunkerley, makes it an 11-point game.
And 1 of 6 from the free throw line in the early going for Charles Tupper.
It's a wonder Jeff Gurley has so much hair. But it is grace. I mean, that's
yes,
what, those are the free throws.
That's the trade.
Oh, the steal, Dunkerley. Did he get it? No. It's out of bounds off his hand. It's a rough matchup for Amir ZEJNULAHOVIC because Dunkerley can just like reach around him pretty easily without touching him.
He had pretty good positioning, but the length of his arms just came around and knocked that away with pretty cleanly. So, yeah, getting him in the post is going to be a difficult prospect.
Duchess Park and Jackson Cook. Jackson Cook had, well, that's a crazy shot. If that had gone in, you knew it's his day.
It was a good line, too. It was just a little bit short.
Cook 4 for 4 before that shot for 10 points. BASAS, the ball tipped. Cook wins the race, and Cook has 12. Jackson Cook still outscoring Tupper by himself. And it's a bit of a whack-a-mole situation with Duchess Park. If you control Caleb Lyons and the ZEJNULAHOVIC twins, a guy like Cook can really take off. Same with Tanner CRUZ.
They're just so deep. There's not one player who you can just lock in on. If you can eliminate them, then you're going to be good. It's just every single one of them plays like their coach, like a really aggressive, high-level point guard.
Lewis kicks it. Cook, 3-ball. No, he finally missed a real shot. I'm not going to count the weird one-legged Dirk fadeaway from 3. Most people miss those.
Was that Kobe game winner against the Heat from years ago?
Dunkerley working on ZEJNULAHOVIC. Dunkerley kicks, throws it away. Expected Liam Stanley to come a little bit closer towards the break. He just stayed in the corner.
Yeah, if you're Stanley, you have to make that a little bit easier on your big to kind of show out. Don't kind of hide in the corner. Come up where there's more space and easier to see for that kick out.
CRUZ picks up his dribble. He'll enter it for ZEJNULAHOVIC, guarded by BASAS. ZEJNULAHOVIC, little fadeaway. Good.
Yeah, they don't like that matchup, giving up a lot of space, and that's saying something. A lot of size, because pretty much everyone on this Tupper team has a bit of a size mismatch, but ZEJNULAHOVIC, the one player he could really exploit is BASAS.
Liam Stanley gets the rebound over to Lewis, or Tobias rather. And Tupper back to within 13. Lyons drives right on BASAS, kicks out. Cook, wide open 3, no. The rebound, Lewis, no. The rebound, ZEJNULAHOVIC, no. And finally, Liam Stanley comes out of the pile with it.
Yeah, Duchess Park didn't get a single offensive rebound in that first quarter. They've already got about 5 here in the second quarter. The paint, like the glass was pretty even spread, but yeah, 7 offensive rebounds for Tupper in that first quarter to 1 defensive one.
Oh, Tobias, you got to hit the shot. He dropped his defender with the head fake, but it's not a highlight if you miss the shot.
Yeah, don't count.
Lyons walks into a 3. That's way long. And here's a fast break for Liam Stanley and the Tigers. Stanley, the lefty layup is good.
Yeah, you got to capitalize on those kind of mistakes. Normally, coaches are okay if that ball goes out of bounds because when you throw it in that way, more times than not, it goes to the defense and you're out of position. So, yeah, if you're Jordan Yu, you kind of let that one go, but you love to see the effort, but that time it backfires.
Lyons, real tough take. And the rebound, RHYS Maestre. Here's Maestre with Lyons on him. Little weave with Stanley back to Tobias. BASAS, they want to post up Dunkerley. Dunkerley doubled and fouled. That's another on Amir ZEJNULAHOVIC, his 3rd. Got him with a hand check. His brother Tony will check in. Boy, they are identical. I'm so glad that it's not like a
14 and 15 number situation.
Yeah, or 7 and 1, like something that would be really easy to confuse.
And the fact that they don't play at the same time makes it a little bit easier as well.
Thank you, Jordan Yu. Dunkerley hit, and it's out of bounds off his hand. Tony off the bench with the block.
Immediately, yeah, that's going to be Those kind of swipe downs are super, it's a big gamble because that kind of chop down motion is so susceptible to being called. But yeah, when you get all ball like that, even sometimes if you get all ball, it gets called. But yeah, savvy play.
And a finish by Connor Lewis. Makes it a 13-point game. Free throw could make it 14. You're living on the edge, though, if you're Tony ZEJNULAHOVIC doing the Andre Iguodala poke out. Because it's going to be, I mean, your brother's already got 3 fouls. You cannot afford to get into foul trouble because then there's no size left on this team pretty much.
Yeah, that's basically it. That seems to be the mentality of ZEJNULAHOVIC. 1 or 2 is going to be guarding Dunkerley and do it super physically to kind of wear the big man down and just limit the kind of effectiveness he can have. And so far, they've done a pretty good job.
They've got Logan Schlick at 6'5" sitting on the bench, but Schlick more of a wing than a big, and that's another foul on Tony ZEJNULAHOVIC.
Yeah, they kind of got
Here comes Logan Schlick.
Yeah, so 5 fouls combined on ZEJNULAHOVIC's. So we'll see what Dunkerley can do. He kind of got him with a nifty little spin move there, kind of faked and did a 180 turn and got position. And ZEJNULAHOVIC just trying to do the same thing, get the hand in and knock the ball out. But man, they're getting a lot of bad bounces and
missing free throws.
And missing a lot of free throws.
Dunkerley 0 for 6 from the free throw line here. I think they've missed all their free throws.
No, Dunkerley went 1 of 2, I think, last time.
1 for 6 he is from the free throw line. Condors, CRUZ. Lions thought of the 3. He'll try to get inside now, and a hand check call. It'll be on RHYS MAESTRE, I believe. First on MAESTRE as Derek Lee checks in. Schlick. High-low feed for Lewis. Lewis blocked by Tobias. LACONSAY, and it's a tied ball. It'll be Tupper basketball. DJ LACONSAY, the point guard for Sir Charles Tupper, 3rd tallest player on the floor right now.
There's a bit of confusion. I think they forgot about the quarter break. Everyone always does on those jump balls.
Every coach forgets.
Everyone forgets. You get it at the quarter.
LACONSAY driving up and under and one. DJ LACONSAY.
And Jordan Hughes still saying it should have been ours, but
he's wrong.
It's okay.
Can the Tigers, Zach, hit a dang free throw?
There you go.
Look at that.
It's like they've been making them the entire time.
That was the free throw by somebody who knows how to hit his free throws. That
yeah.
You know it. You can tell the way it snaps the net. Lions has room baseline, blocked by Dunkerley, but a foul. It'll be on Dunkerley. That's 2 on Matt Dunkerley.
So this will be interesting. A lot of the bigs with foul trouble. We'll see who can take advantage of maybe not having their primary big guy out there.
They're not giving up much, though, with Luke Tobias at 6'6". And
that's the thing, yeah.
Good length and a good shot blocker. Benny Bradford checks in at 6'2". Tobias
a
gets
much more
the rebound.
Traditional size Charles Tupper big.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Normally Tupper's got a 6'2" post and a bunch of tiny guys. Give Jeff Gurley a couple of bigs. Who knows what can happen here. Bradford wants the handoff. LACONSAY goes down. It's out of bounds off his foot. Looking for a foul call. .11 game. Tupper clawing their way back in. That's what Tigers do. It's a Tiger joke. I don't know anything about condors. There's giant vultures, I know that. California condor, rarest bird in the world. There's like 9 of them.
Can you name them?
Jim. Foul called there as Schlick got position inside. Last foul to give for Tupper.
Yeah, even on that play, they not used to how quick this scoreboard crew is throwing those fouls up. Everyone kind of assumed, okay, 4, it's going to get to 5. But no, just a sideline, out of bounds play. It's free throws for the rest of the quarter, though.
Ooh, LACONSAY skies for the rebound. Here comes Tupper on the break. Lee, back to LACONSAY. Tobias will swing it, BASAS. Kicks it to Tobias. 18 seconds on the shot clock, they'll enter. Benny Bradford. Bradford lowers the shoulder and draws the foul. Free throws for Benny Bradford. That's 3 on Tanner CRUZ as well. So just big time foul trouble for Duchess Park. Tupper's got to find a way to take advantage of that. They'll take CRUZ out, that's their primary point guard. And another missed free throw for Sir Charles Tupper. Lang. Gets it to SCHLICK. Into the corner, Lyons, one-on-one with Tobias. Lyons spins, out for Jackson Cook. SCHLICK inside. A lot of ball pressure for Tupper. Fadeaway 3, Lang, no good. And this Tupper defense, after that first 5 minutes in the game, has really ratcheted up the pressure.
Yeah, and that was a very good defensive possession. Give a lot of credit to Benny Bradford. He was continuously shouting. He was commanding where everyone needs to go. He was rotating the right way. Everyone was getting out and closing out on shooters to the point where they just had to force a long one. Yeah, once that initial surge wore off, very similar to that Kelowna game.
DJ LACONSAY misses the 3. On the other side, though, Zach, the Tigers' offense is looking pretty stagnant. They're not really making Duchess Park work on defense.
They're trying to get the ball into the post and get cutting action off of that, but they're so good at kind of stymieing up the middle, and those drive and cutting lanes just dry up to the point where there's no one there. And even if they are there, their hands in the way, they're poking at the basketball. It's not an easy just kick out as much as it has been. A lot of the times you get the ball in the post, you make that cut, and it kind of acts as a would-be screen as well as the pass, but they're doing such a good job of kind of bumping guys off of their routes and just getting in the way.
Aiden Lewis checks back in for Duchess Park. Tobias goes right at SCHLICK, draws the foul. Luke Tobias to the line. Tupper could be up 5 if they hit their free throws.
Yeah, Exenchuk, the one.
Oh, Exenchuk, sorry.
Yeah, they got a lot of players to throw out there, but man, the rate at which the whistles are being blown, the amount of opportunities they have, they've at least missed 10 free throws easily at this point.
Tobias hits the first one. And the second. Clearly it's DJ LACONSAY and Luke Tobias they want shooting the free throws.
Well, this is when they missed Gaurav Archea, who was a 95% free throw shooter over the time of his time at Charles Tupper.
That's bonkers. I think the NBA record's 92%.
Yeah.
Steve Nash or Steph Curry, one of the two. Bradford in the corner. Here's LACONSAY. They want to post up Tobias. Now they'll post up Bradford in the high post. Benny Bradford fakes the handoff, spins inside, fadeaway, no. Rebound out of bounds off of the hands of Duchess Park. Unforced error from the Condors there as Logan SCHLICK just kind of didn't catch it. So Aiden Exenchuk, 6'4", so a little bit extra length out there for the Condors as they go to their bench. Bradford kicks out, Stanley corner triple, no. The rebound, Stanley got it. And he stepped out of bounds. He was right on that tightrope there.
Yeah, they had that out of bounds play down perfectly. The catch just wasn't there from Bradford, tried to rush it, he got the kick out, but there he's giving them really good hustle minutes off the bench with Dunkerley on the bench in foul trouble.
Tupper falls into a 2-3 zone here, which is dangerous with a shooter like Jackson Cook. Cook. And a travel is called on Aiden Lewis. You see Jeff Gurley, longtime coach of the Sir Charles Tupper Tigers. When it's all said and done, it might be the Sir Jeff Gurley Tigers.
They replaced the East Van patch with like a silhouette of the beard.
No, the ponytail.
There you go.
Way more iconic. Everybody's got a beard. I have a beard. The ponytail is the important part. 19-footer, Tobias makes it a 7-point game. And the Condors trying to answer. The scrappy team from East Van, always here in this tournament under Jeff Gourley, trying to pull off a big upset. Lang driving, tough shot. No, the rebound. DJ LACONSAY's got it.
Man, they started at 2-3 zone and eventually kind of shifted into a makeshift man. But yeah, the defensive intensity is there. Both these teams are playing outstanding defense. The offensive just is a scramble at the best of times.
The shots will start falling for Tupper, though. They're getting good looks. That's one thing as a coach you love to see. 10 seconds in the half. Here's Jackson Cook, wants a screen. Cook driving with 7. Cook, contact, layup, and 1. And yet again, it's Jackson Cook, who's been the standout player on the floor for both teams. Draws the foul on Luke Tobias, his second.
And that's such a backbreaker, a chance maybe you get a stop, maybe you get a last-second shot, and all of a sudden you give up 4 points at the end of the half.
Last-second shot here, LACONSAY won't get it off. It is not good, and we'll take a break. Back with the second half in just a moment. 32-21, Duchess Park, the 1 seed, leads the 4 seed Sir Charles Tupper Tigers here on TFSETV.ca.